Today's video is going to be a comparison video between biking culture in South Africa versus how I see it in the rest of the world. And before I dive into this video, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that's been subscribing and all the people that came back with the feedback on the top 10 videos. To everybody else, thank you for continuing to support the channel. Let's get into the video. I'm sure you would all agree with this one. The one thing that stands out the most is helmets. All riders, all ages, all bikes are required to wear a helmet. It's hard to actually spot anybody on a public road without a helmet. Whereas in the rest of the world, take India for instance, you can see so many people not riding with a helmet on. There's certain states as well in the United States where people have the option not to wear helmets if they don't feel like it. The rest of the world, I mean, go on a quick search on YouTube. There's a cop chasing somebody on a dirt bike for not having a plate on a public road. Or take the Chris Brown issue where he was caught in Amsterdam without plates on the new dirt bikes as well. And it's a big thing. Whereas here, I feel like 80% of bikers don't really have like the proper number plates. They're like those tiny, and our cops are just too lazy to even like check most of the time, to be honest. Our cops would rather be sitting under a tree next to a speed camera instead. They're not about the chase. Again, if you go and search on YouTube, you will see a bunch of videos, American cops, dirt bikes, bikes versus cops. The bike chase in South Africa is only when it's a criminal being chased by a bike, not the other way around. We fear taxi drivers more than cops, whereas that's like obviously in the rest of the world, cops are like, everybody's like riding, not trying to get into trouble with cops instead. With us, it's more like you ride being cautious of taxis around you. So I'm not talking the taxis you're thinking, I'm talking minibus taxis. In South Africa, the minibus taxi industry is massive. So they are everywhere because they transport a large population and they kind of obey their own law, and they just taking people out. Like me, I don't know if you remember my accident last year. Is that we cannot legally run red lights. With other countries, people get away with it, but with us, no, you can't do that. I've seen certain states where obviously you would have to yield to traffic, but yeah, you can legally run a red light, which is not the case here.
Three hours later.
This one is one of my favorites, and it just makes me be so proud to be South African because, I mean, the rest of the world is jealous. because we get to ride all year. I feel like there's certain parts of the world where people only get to ride like for like 3 months and park their bikes for the rest of the year. Some people get excited when it's like 1 degree, and it's crazy. I've seen people like DMing me like, oh, you know, it's 6 degrees today, so I am gonna go for a ride. I'm like, that must suck. That must suck. So I am so proud to be South African for that main reason. We get to ride all year, even throughout raining season. Rain season, we are still riding because it's not that bad. Okay, this one has to do with all the little accessories that the rest of the world has the advantage of using. Because the crime is ridiculously high over here, I feel we can't use like a RAM mount. I don't know, other people get away with it. I don't know, maybe they use the ones with the covers on. But with us, I feel like somebody, if they see your iPhone flashing there on your little sports bike, us low riders, on your cruisers, on your streets, I mean, that's a big risk. Unless I'm gonna be riding a horse like a KTM or a GS, then maybe I can get away with the little accessories. But for now, I will just keep my phone on me, and unfortunately, that's how it is. The rest of the world is actually portrayed as, biker groups are portrayed as these not to be messed with gangs, like negatively, in short. Whereas in South Africa, we just know that bikers are about charity work. They're always riding for a cause. All the events, all the rallies, they are for a cause. Wherever they meet each other, it's like they're collecting blankets or donations or whatever, most of the time, like 90% of the time. And yeah, in the rest of the world, I guess Hollywood is just like, they just badass, you know, gangs. My camera battery is gonna die. I had a few more, but I suppose this is like a sign that I've been talking too much already. So thank you for watching until this far. You can follow me over here